Have you ever seen someone simply walking down the street and somehow everybody notices them? Not because they're famous, not because they're rich, not because they're wearing a shiny gold jacket that looks like it was stolen from a disco party in 1978. They just walk by, and somehow people look. Meanwhile, another person walks in, and nobody notices. Even the automatic door is like, "Sorry, I didn't see you there." Funny enough, the difference is often not age, it's not height, it's not beauty, it's not money, it's how they walk. And here's the crazy part. Most people never think about it. They spend years worrying about wrinkles. They buy expensive creams. They watch videos about anti-aging. They argue with their knees every morning. But they never think about the one thing they do every single day: walking. Today we're talking about one simple change in the way you walk that can completely change how people see you, how you feel, how confident you become, and in some situations, it might even help keep you safe. Now, before anybody gets nervous. No, I'm not about to tell you to walk like a fashion model. Imagine trying that at the grocery store. You're just going to buy tomatoes. Meanwhile, you're strutting through aisle 7 like you're closing a runway show in Paris. People would be concerned. The security guard would be concerned. Even the tomatoes would be concerned. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something much simpler. Something Carl Jung would probably smile at because it has less to do with your feet and more to do with your mind. You see, Jung believed that the body often tells the truth before the mouth does. Think about that. Before someone says they're nervous, their body already knows. Before someone says they're afraid, their body already knows. Before someone says they're confident, their body already knows. Your body is basically the friend who can't keep a secret. The moment something happens, it tells everybody. And nowhere is this more obvious than the way we walk. Now let me tell you a quick story. A man in his late 60s used to walk through his neighborhood every morning. Same route, same time, same baseball cap, same grumpy face. Honestly, if happiness lived on his street, it crossed to the other side when it saw him coming. One day a neighbor asked him, "Why do you always look like you're carrying the weight of the world?" The man laughed. Then he realized something. He wasn't carrying the weight of the world. He was carrying the posture of the world. His shoulders were slumped, his head was down, his eyes were fixed on the ground. He looked like he was personally apologizing to every ant he passed. And without realizing it, that posture had become his personality. So he made one tiny change, a ridiculously small change. He lifted his head. That's it. Nothing dramatic. No special shoes. No expensive program. No magical secret from a mountain monk. He simply lifted his head and looked ahead when he walked, and something strange happened. People started talking to him more. Neighbors smiled at him. He felt more alert, more energetic, more alive. Even his mood improved. Now, was it magic? No, but it felt like magic. Because sometimes the smallest changes create the biggest differences. And that's the simple change we're talking about today. Walk with your head up. Sounds too simple, right? Most powerful things usually are. Think about it. When your head is down all day, what are you looking at? Sidewalks, shoes, random chewing gum from 2019. Not exactly inspiring. But when your head comes up, you notice life. You notice people. You notice opportunities. You notice that your neighbor has been watering the same plant for 6 months, and it's somehow getting smaller. You start seeing things. And more importantly, you start feeling different. Now I know somebody watching is thinking, "Come on, there's no way lifting my head changes that much." Fair point. So let's have some fun. Try this. Sit wherever you are right now. Drop your shoulders. Lower your head. Look down. Make the saddest face you can. Go ahead. Nobody's judging. Well, maybe your dog is judging. Now stay like that for 5 seconds. Feels heavy, doesn't it? Now lift your head. Sit taller, look forward. Take a deep breath. Instantly different. Same person, same room, same day. Different energy. That's because your body and mind are constantly talking to each other. The body says something, the mind listens, the mind says something, the body listens. It's like two friends on a phone call that never ends, and when you walk with your head down all the time, your body starts sending messages that you don't even realize you're receiving. But when you lift your head and walk with awareness, everything begins to shift. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. And here's where it gets interesting. Because the simple act of lifting your head creates 7 surprising changes that most people never expect. Some affect confidence, some affect happiness, some affect safety, and one of them is so obvious that after you hear it, you'll wonder why nobody talks about it. So stay with me, because number 3 made me laugh when I first realized it. And number 7 might completely change the way you walk starting today. Change. 1. People trust you more. Now let's start with something most people never think about. People are constantly reading each other, not books, not newspapers, people. You could walk into a room and before saying a single word, people have already created a tiny story about you in their heads. Fair? Not always. True? Absolutely. When you walk with your head up, eyes forward, and a relaxed posture, people tend to see you as more confident and approachable. Notice I didn't say perfect. You don't need to walk around looking like you own 17 companies and a private island. Nobody likes that guy. We're talking about quiet confidence, the kind that says, I'm comfortable being me. And that's powerful, because confidence is contagious. People feel it. Animals feel it. Even babies somehow feel it. Babies can spot fake confidence faster than adults. You ever wave at a baby and the baby just stares at you? That baby knows something. I don't know what. But they know something. The point is simple. When your posture improves, people often respond differently. And that response changes how you feel. It's a beautiful cycle. You feel better. People react better. You feel even better. And around it goes. Change. 2. You notice more opportunities. Let's be honest. You can't see opportunities if you're staring at your shoes all day. You just can't. Imagine someone walking through a beautiful park, birds singing, sun shining, friendly people smiling, ice cream truck nearby, and they're looking at the ground the entire time. That's like going to a movie theater and staring at the floor. You're missing the show. Life is happening all around us. When you walk with your head up, you notice things. You notice people who may become friends. You notice beautiful moments. You notice interesting conversations. You notice possibilities. Most people think opportunities appear out of nowhere. Many times they were always there. We just weren't looking. Change 3. You stop looking like you're searching for lost coins. Okay, this one makes me laugh every time. Have you ever seen someone walking with their head completely down? It honestly looks like they're searching for something. Like they dropped $100 3 days ago and still haven't given up. Every step says, it's got to be here somewhere. We've all done it. I've done it. Maybe you're doing it right now. The funny thing is that many people carry this habit for years. Nobody tells them. So today, consider this your friendly reminder. Unless you actually lost something, look up. The treasure isn't on the sidewalk. The treasure is life happening around you. Change. 4. Your mood gets a little boost. Now here's something interesting. Have you noticed that when people are excited, they naturally stand taller? Nobody wins the lottery and immediately slumps over. Nobody gets amazing news and says, "Great, let me hunch my shoulders and stare at my feet." No, the body naturally lifts. Why? Because posture and emotion are connected. Carl Jung often talked about becoming conscious of things we normally do unconsciously, and many people don't realize that their daily posture has become automatic. It's running on autopilot. When you consciously lift your posture, you're sending yourself a new message. Not a fake message, not pretending, just reminding yourself, I'm here. I'm present. I'm awake. Sometimes that's all it takes to improve a day. Not dramatically, just enough. And sometimes just enough changes everything. Change 5. You look more energetic. Now let's have a little honesty moment. There are mornings when getting out of bed feels like an Olympic event. You sit on the edge of the bed negotiating with your knees. Your knees are making demands. Your back has filed complaints. And somehow, your neck is involved too. Aging can be funny. One day you jump off a couch. The next day you stand up and make sounds that belong in a wildlife documentary. But here's the good news. Energy isn't only about age. Sometimes it's about presentation. When you walk upright, you instantly appear more energetic. You look more engaged, more alive, more involved in the world. And surprisingly, that often encourages you to become exactly that. Change. 6. You become more aware of your surroundings. This one might be the most practical of all. Walking with your head up allows you to see what's happening around you. You notice obstacles, you notice traffic, you notice unusual situations, you notice people. Awareness matters a lot. Life becomes easier when you're paying attention. It's hard to avoid problems you never see coming, and it's much easier to make good decisions when you're aware of what's happening around you. Sometimes safety isn't about being stronger, it's simply about being aware sooner. Change 7. You start feeling more like yourself. This is my favorite one, because it's not really about walking, it's about identity. Many people spend years shrinking themselves, not physically, emotionally. They become quieter, smaller, less expressive, less visible. They stop taking up space, not because they want to, because life happened. Disappointments happened, losses happened, stress happened. But then one day they make a small change. They lift their head. They walk differently. They become more present. And something begins to wake up inside them. The person they used to be, the confident version, the curious version, the playful version, the version that still has dreams, the version that still laughs at silly jokes, the version that isn't finished growing. That's the real power. Not looking better, feeling more like yourself again. So let's bring this all together. The one simple change? Walk with your head up. That's it. No expensive equipment, no complicated system, no secret formula hidden inside an ancient cave. Just a simple adjustment. Lift your head, look ahead, be aware, be present, and see what happens. Will it solve every problem in your life? Of course not. If it did, we'd all be power walking our way to perfection. But can it change how you feel? Absolutely. Can it change how you move through the world? Yes. Can it help you notice opportunities, connect with people, and carry yourself with more confidence? Without a doubt. And the best part? You can start today. Actually, you can start the moment this video ends. The next time you walk to the kitchen, the mailbox, the store, or just down the street, try it. Head up, eyes forward, relaxed shoulders. Then pay attention. See how you feel. And here's what I'd love to know. Be honest. Are you someone who usually walks looking down, or are you already a head-up walker? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you've ever caught yourself accidentally walking around the house looking for something you weren't actually looking for, I definitely want to hear that story too. If you enjoyed spending this time together, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and join our growing community. Because we're not just getting older here, we're getting wiser, we're getting stronger, And we're definitely learning how to stop looking for imaginary lost coins on the sidewalk. Until next time, keep your head up. The world is worth looking at.